Hey, it's Chaz of Chaz and AJ in the Morning, the longest running, highest rated morning show in the history of this radio station.
Let's hear ya!
I grew up listening to this radio station. I'm from this community. I'm like an overprotective parent of the community. AJ is my partner. We've been partners for about 25 years now. He is the fastest, funniest, easiest going guy on the radio, period. He's also the inventor of flubbles. Do you know what a flubble is? It's a combination of a flub and a mumble. It's because he talks so fast and his brain can't keep up with him.
Which I didn't think was a problem, but that's another time.
Ashley is the newest member of the show. She loves Disney, she likes to laugh, she's very goofy, but also has a master's degree. So smart and silly at the same time.
Stop it.
Phil, our show producer, he's like an octopus. He has a million arms. He handles phone calls. And Phil's been on the show for 10 years, and he remembers everything.
Let me think about that for a moment. Okay.
Which is very annoying. You know, having a number one show is great, but delivering for our clients is very important, because without that, none of us can be here.
We started looking for advertisers. Chaz and AJ showed up. They were like our kind of guys, so they understood the business, they understand small business.
My business has been growing exponentially since advertising with Chaz and AJ just in the last 12 months. Everyone at Connoisseur Media is heavily involved with the success of my company, and that's one of the things that really impressed me about the Chaz and AJ team in general.
One of the things I love best about doing this show is our involvement in the community. We love giving back, and our clients are right there. They want to be right beside us, helping the community, the listeners, the tribe. I have never met or have heard of an audience that is more giving and more generous. And when you put our clients together in a room with our listeners, our tribe members, it's magic.
More like the daring things that I get to do for these charities. The Chaz and AJ toy drive always is great. Last year, I was Tina Turner, and let's put it this way, Tina Turner looked 10 times better than I could ever do. For the masks for CT, my job was to ride a bike for 24 hours. I made it to 11 and a half, almost 12 hours before my legs and my saddle sores gave out. Whatever it takes to make folks laugh, whatever it takes to raise money for various charities, that's pretty much what we're all about, and that's what I live for. That's the reason why I got into radio.
We've been sponsoring events, including the Toy Drive, for 8 years with Chaz and AJ, which is a huge event. We also do our own commercials, which I read myself, and some are read by Chaz or AJ. People walk in the door and right away let you know that they heard us on Chaz and AJ.
We've been seeing an increased number of phone calls. They are tribe members, and they're calling and they're identifying. They say they hear our commercial from Chaz and AJ.
I don't even know where to begin. They're the best. Every radio show sort of says that about their listeners. But when I think about the tribe, I think about people who have a real input on the show. Not only are they funny, not only do they entertain us with wild stories all the time, they're always there. When we do events, the tribe is always there. So even if it comes down to talking about stuff on the air, if Chaz and AJ are behind it, they're right there with them.
It's like a town hall meeting held in a frat house. It's a breakfast table with a zillion family members around it every morning. The tribe is the most important part of the show. Their call-ins, and that's what makes this show great, is that it's not just 4 people talking about what they think, it's the entire state chiming in.
Comedians, politicians, local police departments, mediums, of course musicians. We also have a lot of reoccurring guests. They come back over and over again because they feel so comfortable, and it's kind of like a home away from home for them.
It's a great thing to wake up every morning and know that at some point we'll be talking about something that's just really silly and doesn't matter, and we'll all be laughing. And then the next minute we might be helping someone who could really use our help. I grew up listening to this radio station, so it's a real honor to be here, and I thank the listeners and the clients every single day.
He's interested in the success of our company, and you don't get that with a lot of advertising companies.
That team, Chaz and AJ, is just magic in New Haven County.
I would let anybody know who does business in Connecticut that Chaz and AJ are your local go-to DJs that are there to support you and will pretty much go out of their way to make sure you benefit from their partnership.
When you put the best media company together with the best staff and the best morning show crew, you have a superpower. We are a superpower at getting the word out there, and we want to help you get your word out there. We're the original social media without the negative comments. We're on weekdays from 5:30 to 10 a.m., and you can listen to us on 99.1 PLR. 95.9 The Fox, WPLR.com, 959thefox.com, on our radio station app, or on Twitch. And I think we'll also come in on your toaster.
Chaz and AJ in the morning.